Alright, I'm here today working on the 2011 F250 again. Today's project is to add remote start to the truck. So in case you're not aware, all of the F150, F250s this year range, and in our case 11 through 16, they actually have a factory remote starter built into the truck. The only thing you have to add is a key, and the only difference between the key is it has the remote start button on it and an antenna. If you buy a factory add-on remote start kit, all it comes with is this antenna module right here. It comes with two of these keys and then the wiring harness and some zip ties. This is just the antenna extension wire. And the module that we want to plug into is the TPMS module, which is located behind the glove box. It's just a matter of running the little short antenna lead, mounting the antenna right in the upper part of the glove box, programming some keys to the truck like you would program any key. And to do that, you need your two original keys. And as you can see, the only difference is the button. And then the hardest part of the whole thing is you actually have to go into the computer and enable the remote start setting. Now, normally that would have required a trip to the dealer to have them do it, and for some of you that may be what you have to do. If they want to charge you more than $50, go somewhere else because they're ripping you off. It literally takes about 3 minutes with the scan tool. I'm going to show you how to do it with the free downloadable Forscan program that you can run on a Windows computer as long as you have the correct adapter. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my antenna, and actually it will work without this, it just won't have very much range, but nonetheless, we're going to open the glove box, compress the little pin right here, drop it down, everything's going to fall out of it, and that gives you access to this area in here. The antenna is going to mount up right behind here, and the TPS module is down in here. Almost forgot to mention, one of the prerequisites for the truck, you do have to have factory keyless entry, so I guess I should mention that, and you have to have this hood switch pin right here. If you do not have this switch right up here on the driver's side above the headlight, you'll have to add it. Most trucks already have the wiring here. If you don't have it, you can just buy this hood pin switch and install it. So you do need to have that, otherwise it won't work. Right, so here we are looking at the TPMS module, which is right here. Right here, this gray plug one end of this wire in. The wiring will just run right up here, over to here. And if you look right here, some of the trucks, there are a couple of screws that go in here and here. And really, you plug the other end of the antenna in. I mean, this is so simple. And then you just rest it up on this bracket. Sorry, it's hard to see here, but you'll see it when you're doing it. And it goes right up on these little metal brackets. And I don't have, mine didn't come with screws to hold that to there, but I'm just going to use the zip ties that they gave me to secure it up in here. And then you're done as far as the installation goes. Alright, so I lied. I found a couple of 7mm screws, put it in the right way, and then just plug the harness in over here. I mean, literally 30 seconds worth of work here. So now the next thing I'm going to do is program the new key. Alright, so like I mentioned, you have to have two programmed PATS keys. And you can take your new key, if you buy it from a Ford dealer, have them cut it for you. In my case, I just went to a locksmith and had them cut it for me. It was free. I just got one remote start transmitter. I bought it from a Ford dealer here in Ohio who actually sells kind of an abbreviated kit. It was only just a hair over $100 for the key and the antenna and the wiring harness. If you really want to do this on the cheap, you can just buy an aftermarket remote start key and pick up the antenna for, you know, 10-15 bucks on eBay, and that's all you really need. But really even spending just a hair over $100 for a remote start system is pretty cheap in my opinion. So I found that the non-Ford keys really don't work as well, and especially when it comes to the electronics in here, and they don't really last. So to me, it's worth spending the extra money to get a real Ford key. So to do this, it's just like programming any key. Take your first key, stick it in the ignition. We're going to turn it to the on, but not start position for approximately 3 seconds. Then we're going to turn it off and remove it. We're going to take our second programmed key, stick it in the ignition, turn it to on, leave it in the run position for approximately 3 seconds, turn it off, take it out. Within 10 seconds, we're going to insert our new unprogrammed key in, turn it to the on run position, and the door lock should cycle. And that's how you know that you've programmed your new key. You can take it out. Then you're going to put it back in and try to start the truck to make sure it works. Then we'll test our buttons. So, take our first key. 1, 2, 3. Second key. 1, 2, 3. New key. 1, 2, 3. Doors cycled. Alright, so now it's programmed. Let's make sure it works. Starts the truck. Alright, so we know our new key is programmed. Go ahead and turn it off. And we'll make sure the buttons work. Yep, buttons work. Alright, now we're ready to do our Forscan programming. Alright, we've got our key in the on position, but the truck is not started. We've got our adapter plugged in, and we're going to load up Forscan here. Go ahead and click the connect button. Go through the questions here. It's not equipped with factory navigation. I'll go through and check all the modules. Switch the switch and let it check the rest of the modules on the medium speed CAN network. Check to save the profile. No. Alright, we're going to go into the module programming. It is under the as-built body control module. I forgot. Forscan doesn't actually give you that option. So go to our as-built. Okay. Just remember, if you ruin your truck, it's not my fault. 726-1901. This is the one we're concerned with right here. The second position, if it's 0, the remote start is disabled. If it's a 1, it's enabled. So we want to change it, the second number, to a 1. And we're going to go ahead and write that. Place cycle ignition off. Then back on. Alright, so that's all there is to it. We're going to get out, hit the lock button, press this button twice. There you go. That's how you do it. Press the button again, it'll shut the truck off. Alright, so now we made sure our remote start works. The last thing you want to do is, there's a menu in your instrument cluster that you can enable. So we'll go here. That's in the instrument panel control. So we have to go to the as-built format for the IPC. We're going to run that. Yes. 720-01-02. This is the one we're concerned with right here. What you're going to look for is the last character. In my case, it's a 9, which means the menu is disabled. We want to change that to a B. Okay. So once we change that to a B, We're going to hit right all. Yes. Yes. Okay, cycle the ignition off. Back on. Okay. Can stop this. I want to look in here. And now we have our remote start menu. So you can change your duration. We're going to go ahead and set it for 15 minutes. And obviously it's enabled. Alright. So that is how you use Forscan to program your 2011 to 2016 Super Duty with factory remote start. Alright, hope this video was helpful. If it was, give me a like. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below if you have any questions. Thanks. We'll see you next time.